Wake up, kids, it's Joe and Nick for your weekend vacation. Grab your stool, squat on down for crappy animation. Let the gang's dumb commentary prop open your eyelids and watch some TV shows that have aged even worse than they did. So fill your bowls, use your spoons, it's Saturday morning cartoons.
It has been a while. Welcome to Saturday Morning Cartoons. The Shaddy Gang's all here. Nick and Joe of the Found Footage Festival.
Hi.
We got Professor Caitlin McGurk of the Billy Ireland Cartoon Library and Museum at Ohio State University in Columbus. And me, George. Today we're going to be watching an episode of the 1990 cartoon Little Rosie, part of the greater Rosannaverse, which includes stand-up comedy, TV shows, and unending and ever dumber controversies. But first, does anyone have any mugs or cereals they'd like to discuss or share?
I got one in the mail here. I don't know who sent it. See, I got to keep a little Post-it note on these things. But this is, I thought this was a nice one. Take a look at this. It says Merry Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And it has a doggy on it. All right. You can see the doggy. And
Yep.
then I think it says Getting Naughty down there.
Aw.
Yeah.
Nautical.
Yep. And I poured my my breakfast beverage in here, and I realized it was filthy when they must have gotten this just straight from a thrift store because it was not washed at all. So I'm drinking filth right now. But
Yeah.
Perfect.
And your breakfast beverage is vodka. Is that
well, that I could justify it because it's going to kill all
gonna
the
kill the
Smart.
germs that are
Yeah.
from the thrift store. Yeah.
I know we've pretty much transitioned to mugs, but I had to, just to kick off the new season, I had to go with the classic. There's a new sheriff in town from the CT Crunch gang. We got CT Crunch minis.
Ooh.
So this is everything you loved about Cinnamon Toast Crunch in pellet form. So it's almost like dog food, which I think is why Gordy is so excited about it. But I tend to like little things, Dippin' Dots, Butterfinger BBs. I think smaller things are more fun to eat. So yeah, we'll see.
You must be a big rice fan then.
I love rice.
Yeah.
I love rice. Yeah, and I like
Okay.
it better than the big rice.
A piece of macaroni. Tiny pasta.
mm.
I love couscous. I love
Mhm.
couscous.
Oof.
So
Okay.
doesn't get tinier than that.
All right.
I've got this really revolting all bran Buds cereal because you guys are my buds and you keep me regular.
Hey, we're
Oh,
all brand
I
buds.
like that. I
We're
like
all
what you
brand
did
buds
there.
here.
And keep with
Cereal
the
and a
shatty
mug.
theme. Yeah.
Yes.
But
What
this
is
is truly revolting. I'm not going to
Oh.
eat this. It looks like kitty litter completely. And yeah. But sporting our Saturday bowls too.
Yeah, I love it. So wait, the buds, it kind of looks like, are they cashing in on the marijuana trend of because it looks like kind of a marijuana leafy kind of thing, and buds is in green.
I
And
have
just feel
no
like
idea. I don't know much about bran. Does it come in bud? Does it grow as a bud? Is it a bud of a flower or something? I don't have no idea. I don't
you're
know what
asking
this
the
is.
wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're asking
But
the
I'm
wrong
telling you,
fellows
this is
here.
a hefty box. It's really extremely weighty.
Yeah.
Let a mass to that.
Mhm,
I
mhm.
prefer bran resin. I just kind of rub it on my gums.
Now that photo on the front of the box looks like something out of a recipe book from 1953.
Yeah, yeah.
It's horrifying.
I think
Sure,
they're catering
parfait.
to their demographic. So
Well, I have a mug. So since we're watching Little Rosie, I got a mug that had Rosie O'Donnell on it from the movie Exit to Eden with Dan Aykroyd. And weirdly, on the other side of it, it has Dan Aykroyd from We Are the World. Remember, he was in the chorus in the back.
amazing.
So this mug kind of has everything.
Very specific mug.
I didn't know
Yes.
that he was in We Are the World, and that didn't look like him at all. He was wearing glasses, and he was just he looked young.
Look like
Well-
look like a young George, actually.
Well, that means I have a lot to look forward to in terms of S&M themed comedies that bomb.
I love that
But wait a
movie.
second.
Never seen it.
Today we're watching Little Rosie today, but
Right.
that's Roseanne Barr, right? Now
Yeah.
Roseanne.
But she's
Roseanne
within
Barr.
the Rosieverse.
Right.
So.
Oh,
Right.
I see. Okay. I
So
guess I don't
we're-
know how the Rosieverse works. So educate me, George. Yeah.
First, let's watch a commercial for Little Rosie.
Extra, extra, read all about it.
Come on, you and me, Buddy Bee.
They're spy guys.
We're being tailed.
They're wise guys.
Don't just sit there. Do something.
They're kids on a mission for fun.
I'm giving it to you straight, see?
It's you and them kids, Little Rosie today.
You gotta watch. It's the best.
I think that commercial, I don't really have to go into the background of Little Rosie. That commercial
Says it
explains
all.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I get it.
Little Rosie lasted for one season of 18 episodes from 1990 to 91. It was produced by the Canadian animation studio Nelvana, which made it big with the Care Bears. It ran on ABC, not coincidentally the network that its namesake Roseanne Barr had a hit show on. It's hard not to overstate how big Roseanne was in its day. Roseanne Barr had been a stand-up comedian who hit it big on The Tonight Show, talking about things that no one else did at the time, like her soul-deadening life as a wife and mother. Roseanne, the series, was a groundbreaking success that ran for 10 seasons. We've all watched it. But Little Rosie, the cartoon about her childhood, did very poorly. She didn't provide her voice. It was supposedly based on her childhood, but featured Tom Arnold as an inspiration for another character that she was friends with. That was a very controversial pairing also in its day when she left her husband and got involved with Tom Arnold. They seemed happy though, right?
They look happy. Look at they're all smiling. Yeah.
Smoothly, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Was Little Rosie, did this come out like a year after Roseanne was on? Or was
so
it like
Roseanne started in 88, I believe,
Okay.
and Little Rosie was 1990.
Okay.
But it probably suffered as a result of the backlash from when she sang the Star Spangled Banner that summer. And even George H.W. Bush weighed in. He called it disgraceful. This is George H.W. Bush throwing up, I believe, on the Japanese Prime Minister.
Prime Minister, yep.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, but that was also in keeping with the
Is
Bush.
Barbara Bush, is she holding his barf in?
She's
she like-
trying. That's what everybody should look for in a spouse.
Somebody who holds the barf in.
Yeah. Honey, you
Just
hold
wipes
the barf
it all
in.
over your face.
Right.
Yeah.
Now there's a re-election slogan right there.
Yeah.
But if you remember that the Bush administration also had these cultural broadsides against The Simpsons and Murphy Brown
That's right.
and stuff. Now-
America should be more like the Waltons and less like the Simpsons, is what he said.
Right, and Bart Simpson responded in character and said,
We're just like the Waltons. We're praying for an end to the Depression, too.
so the cartoon was canceled, and Roseanne complained, and the network aired the rest of the episodes of, I think they had aired 12, and then they had 6 left over that they ended up airing, but it still did terribly. In 92, she attempted a remake of it called The Rosie and Buddy Show, where she and Tom Arnold actually did their own voices. It also wasn't a hit.
They wouldn't take no for an answer.
That's correct. And Roseanne has been Roseanne's had no end of public spectacles, vacillating between all manner of different political beliefs. She once ran as a Green Party candidate. She also believes in QAnon and Pizzagate. Of course, Roseanne's show was rebooted in 2018, but then she was thrown off her own show for racist tweets, so now it's the Connors, if it's still going. And with that hilarious background on Little Rosie,
Yeah!
Get ready to laugh.
and by Nelvana.
Okay. All right.
Remember, Nelvana was huge in the early 90s.
Oh, I loved all the hits. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They defined the 90s.
The world is full of watch out for. Can't do that.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Tough.
I love the
There
song, though.
aren't no more.
No, I agree to disagree, Caitlin.
She's a clown, but she's no fool. She breaks up Ben's most every rule. Little Rosie, that's our little Rosie. She's always got some role to play. She knows she's got to make it every day. A little Rosie, that's our little Rosie.
Do you think this will be better or worse than Life with Bluey?
Imagination, bold determination.
Ty.
Ty?
Yeah.
this song like sung by a famous person? I feel like it is.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
Ronnie Spector.
Is it Ronnie Spector?
Yeah.
Wow, they got Ronnie Spector to play it.
It's impressive.
Yeah. Nick, you're not a Ronnie Spector fan?
Well, I am, but not of that song. I think she's done better work.
Who could that be ringing my bell? I'm coming. One moment. All right, keep your pants on.
She kind of looks like a Flintstone, doesn't she?
Also, I like that she's like not a little kid. She's just like a small middle-aged woman.
She's wearing a house
She
coat, it
is.
seems like. Yeah.
In a way, we all are.
But she does look like a Flintstone, doesn't she? I mean, like, yeah.
Well, and then Rosie O'Donnell was in the Flintstones movie, the live-action movie, so the confusion continues.
Sure does. That's the Rosieverse for you.
Uh-huh.
It's probably really easy to animate, though. So,
True.
right? I mean, looks pretty simple.
Yes,
Mhm.
definitely.
Well, if it isn't Jeffrey. And Matthew, aren't you afraid the early birds will get you too?
Just a little token of appreciation in advance for being such a good
Loser? 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 Rosie, Rosie, Rosie.
Do you think the voice of Rosie got to meet Roseanne Barr?
Rosie!
Yes.
Wake
That's a good
up!
question.
You're
Yeah.
having a
I hope so.
nightmare! Nightmare! Nightmare!
Probably one
You better
meeting.
hurry, Rosie.
Yeah.
You don't want to be late for your spelling bee.
Yell
I
down.
can't do it, Taz. I can't. Remember when Jeffrey was away from school for that operation? They said it was his appendix. It was more than that. I think they planted a whole
There's already too much
dictionary
exposition.
inside
They lost
his
me.
brain.
Yeah.
That's silly. How would he turn the pages?
And everyone thinks he's just picking his nose.
Ooh, an animated rim shot.
Oh, a sound effect on getting onto the chair. Did you-
That's why I
Back
picked
it
this
up.
episode. Yeah.
You gotta, can you,
I knew that would be something that would get you.
Joe, I'm just gonna ask for not too many backups on this cartoon. I'm just gonna go ahead.
just unnecessary sound effects is my favorite.
Why, Rosie,
Slide
you're
whistle
looking
and a
little
bike
pale.
horn.
Pale.
Wait.
P-A-L-E. Pale. Are you feeling all right? Yeah. I mean, no. I mean, I'm sick, Mom. S-I-C-K. I think I might have to miss school.
Oh, it may be that
that an oboe?
streptococcal virus.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just a good old
The little Rosie
case of
Orchestra is playing.
spelling bee.
Oh, and it's gonna be fatal.
Oh, bring in the flute.
Little-
Integral.
Integral. I-N-T-E-G, forget it! If I hear one more word about spelling bee...
Hiya, guys.
George,
No
can you
bus,
pause?
huh?
I sure can.
What's going on? What's going on?
There's a spelling bee. She's very anxious about it, and her arch nemesis, I guess it's her arch nemesis, or at least in this episode, is very good at spelling.
No further
That's
questions.
why she had the dream of the flowers with the bee talking to her, because it's an anxiety dream about the spelling bee. That,
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
All right.
Looks like we're gonna have to wait a spell.
So, Nick, you've been paying attention, huh?
Somehow I
Okay.
gleaned that.
Buddy,
Somehow.
I'm gonna double noogie you right down to your underwear!
Hey, what did I say?
Back, Rosie! Down!
Phew, saved by the bus.
Could you ever, in like an intimate situation, do you think it would ever work to say, "I'm gonna noogie you right down to your underwear"? Do you
Yes.
think that you could seduce somebody with that?
Yeah.
You're talking about an intimate situation?
Yeah, it's an intimate situation. Like, girl, I'm gonna noogie you right down to your underwear.
If you're whispering it, you can't just say it like that.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's heating up
That's
in here.
Yeah,
Saturday.
wow. It's one hot Saturday. Wow, we're kicking things off. Yeah.
Noogie my brains out. I think that would be the only response.
Killer bees got me!
Actually, I'm a spelling bee, to be exact. E-X-A-C-T, exact.
So,
He's
anyway,
hallucinating.
what can you tell me about the birds and you bees? I'm sorry, we've reached our final destination.
Been smoking some of those brand buds.
DESTION. Destination.
Well, where the heck are we?
At the Hive. HIVE, Hive.
I could have guessed that.
You're scheduled to give a command performance for the Queen. Queen, Queen.
The Queen? A command performance? What an honor! What can I say? I'm lost for words.
The Queen will
A
take
command
care
performance
of
of
the
blue
words.
collar
You
comedy?
just have
Like,
to
what
take
is-
care of the letters.
Letters?
Well, most bees are workers.
Wow.
Oh
Oof.
boy, that shows
Mercifully
this.
short.
Yeah.
Yeah, mercifully short, but man, that is not good. That's like
I will say I don't mind the animation. It looks kind of Peanuts inspired.
uh-huh.
Did
Yeah.
anyone else catch that? Like some of the eyes are drawn the way Charlie Brown's eyes are drawn and
Oh.
stuff, you know? Just
Okay.
a little insight from a, comics professional here. So I've got nothing else to say about this so far.
Yeah, I guess, I mean, but not a lot of action. I guess they tried to do this dream sequence thing. Yeah, I don't know. It's just not grabbing me. Maybe,
Sure.
maybe I'm a little rusty. This is the first episode back, and I feel like I'm a little bit rusty.
That was like,
So-
you didn't last 30 seconds. You were
Yeah.
out within 30 seconds. That was the fastest maybe ever.
I know,
But,
exactly. Yeah,
let me-
it really, yeah, you're right.
But here are some things that will last 30 seconds each. These are commercials featuring small, little, tiny things. Saturday morning cartoons will be right back.
My little pony, my little pony. Comb and brush her hair.
I mean, they're pretty attractive, aren't they?
Oh, I would.
Ponies?
Tie ribbons to show her.
Noogie them right down to their underwear.
Right down to their saddle. Yeah.
My little pony, my little pony. Oh, I love her so.
I love you, my little pony.
My little pony.
I mean, I wouldn't
Each
kick them out of
sold
the stable.
separately. Collect them all from Hasbro.
This is the Micro Machine Man presenting the most midget miniature motorcade of Micro
Yes.
Machines. Each one has dramatic details, terrific trim, precision paint jobs, plus incredible Micro Machine pocket playsets. There's a police station, fire station, restaurant, service station, and more. Perfect pocket portables to take any place. And there are many miniature playsets to play with, and each one comes with its own special edition Micro Machine vehicle and fun fantastic
Galoob.
features that miraculously move. Raise the boat lift at the airport marina, man the gun turret at the
Nick,
United
you
clean
need
your car at
that
the car wash,
Galoob
raise the
jacket
toll bridge.
that he's
And
wearing.
that's
Absolutely
together
do.
to form a Micro Machine world. Micro Machine pocket playsets, so tremendously tiny, so perfectly precise, so dazzlingly detailed, you'll want to pocket them all. Micro Machines and Micro Machine pocket playsets sold separately from Galoob. The smaller they are, the better they are.
If you had that jacket, you would, or that outfit, you would never wear anything else. Am I right?
Back it
I'd
up.
be
Back it up
buried
a couple
in it.
frames, George.
I would
I want to see.
absolutely be buried in it.
There it is.
There we go. Look, I mean, yeah.
Pretty fly.
I was wondering, has anybody done a documentary about the Micro Machines guy, or is there any sort of like? I'm sure there's some people who have done some YouTube videos where they say, they read the
Sure.
Wikipedia page, but like,
I did I did a some sort of social media post about him and how much I admired him and tried to like learn from his 10 Classics in 10 Seconds album he put out as a kid, and he replied to me.
oh
Like
really?
John
Is he still with
Machida
us?
on Facebook. He replied and he gave me tips on how to be a fast talker. Yeah, he's still
What?
around. And
Doesn't
still
seem like he
willing
used
to
them.
mentor people.
Did you say, hey, would you like to be on Saturday morning cartoons?
I could if we can find a cartoon he's on. I think he'd be great.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, he
Just
was
watch
in,
the commercials.
Transformers the movie, wasn't he?
This is it! I just know it, I know it, I know it, I know it! We're all gonna die, we're all gonna die! This is it, this is the end, we're finished!
I bet he got
Yeah.
lots of animation work.
I thought you were saying he got lots of ass. I thought that's where you were going.
So many noogies.
All right. That was not the conversation I was expecting to be having at this point, but
I blame my butt smug. We're all working blue tonight.
Yeah.
I mean this morning.
Things will get a little galoob sometimes.
Hey, that's Frogger.
Yeah, it's the official tabletop version of the arcade game.
It plays the same. Where'd you get it? Mr. Arcade is here. Galaxian, it's mine. Pac-Man.
You want to take it home?
Yeah. My own Pac-Man. Mr. Arcade, could you?
Donkey Kong?
Donkey Kong?
The
Oh.
official tabletop
The game's
version.
even more impossible now.
Donkey Kong and Midway's Pac-Man and Galaxian, the arcade games you can take home with you from Coleco.
that was what it was like to be a white male in the 80s. Like you could just go into a place and
Then Roy Orbison like points his hands at it and turns it into a
yeah.
mini version.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it was. The good old days.
Those baby blinkins aren't sleeping.
eating yet.
Baby Blinkins. Batteries not included.
Hungry, baby Beamer? You are. Comb your hair, baby Glisten? Of course. Such pretty wings. Let's go to sleep, baby Shimmer. What? I love you
Baby
too.
Shimmer.
Baby Blinkins.
What?
They
I
light
love
up your
you.
life with each loving touch.
I like that conversation.
Baby Shimmer, Glisten, Beamer, each sold separately, complete with bottle, bib, and blanket from LJN.
What are they?
There's no need to be frightened. It's only little Dracula. He doesn't frighten Igor, the brains of the family, or his friends like Deadwood. And he certainly doesn't frighten his enemies like Garlic Man. So don't be afraid of little Dracula. He's looking for fun. Just like you. From DreamWorks.
Now back to Saturday morning cartoons.
Garlic Man is definitely my favorite Universal monster.
What was the theme on that one, George? You said it, but I forgot it.
Small things, like
Small
like
things.
mixed cereal.
Oh,
Was anyone
that's
paying
right.
attention today?
No, I was not paying attention. All right, so a small thing, little Dracula. All right, I think I got it. All right.
All right. So we're going to suffer through
a little pony,
a micro machine,
a micro
Little
machine.
rusty, like you're a little rusty, and we're
Yeah, I'm
watching
a little-
little Rosie.
My brain is a little small right now, so yeah.
Sounds like some busy bees.
I'm
Again,
too
Flintstones.
tired.
Yep.
I'm so tired. I'm too tired. You do a test. You're the worker bee.
Quit droning, buddy. We've got to practice spelling our words, or the queen bee will turn us into beeswax.
We'll never do a test. I'm too tired.
Then that's it. We'll be the latest additions in the Queen
This is a dream, then?
Museum. Beeswax
No, this
Museum.
really happened.
Rosie,
This is?
thank goodness you're here.
No, it's a dream.
You've got to win the spelling bee for us.
No way. I'll never win the spelling bee. You're on your own. Besides,
The Little Rosie Orchestra
I'm
is
here to give
really
a command
going
performance
for
the
it.
Queen Bee.
You're on, honey.
Oh, no. That's the Queen?
Queen of the Swarm, you dullard. It's a title. It demands respect and has little to do with my gender or ability to lead. Besides, they won't let me be King of the Swarm.
Then how about King of the Smarm?
You'll regret that. Are you ready for the fight?
Kids would totally get that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Your life.
You betcha.
Oh, joy.
Wow!
Let the spelling begin.
You'll show him, Rosie. You're gonna W-I-N. Win.
Win, beat 'em, come out on
What do
top.
you mean, me, bees? We're gonna D-I-E, die!
Lose, bought the farm, game over, we're history.
But we're not gonna let the Queen Bee know that. Come on! Yahoo! Rhino Toby! Yee-haw!
I'll show that show off.
Yahoo!
Intellectual.
Look out!
We're beeswax.
Intellectual! I-N-T-E-L-L-E-C-T-U-A-L! Intellectual!
What the hell's going on?
I've been paying attention and I don't know.
So,
Refrigerator.
but this is all dream sequence, right?
Yeah. She's like Walter Mitty.
Refrigerator.
It's Walter Mitty.
Her
Yeah, yeah.
anxiety,
How unimaginative.
her anxiety-induced psychosis over the spelling bee.
Annihilate.
Annihilate! A-N-N-I-G-O!
We're gonna die.
I-L-A-T-E! Annihilate!
Oh, that's a great frame.
That's a thumbnail.
To stop, showing no mercy.
Cut the commentary! Time to bring out the heavy artillery! Cornucopia!
It's still better than Jerry Seinfeld's Bee movie.
C-O-R-N-U-C-O-P-I-A.
Charlie
Yeah, I think
Kaufman
so,
write this
yeah.
episode?
Yeah.
Charlie.
Yeah.
This is a Charlie Kaufman one, right? Did Charlie Kaufman write on Roseanne? I think he did, didn't he?
Definitely Golden Girls. I'm not sure
Golden
about Roseanne.
Girls. Yeah. He wrote on sitcoms.
Huh. I
So-
didn't even know that.
But doesn't it seem like a like a high concept? Like you spell the words,
Go
the
through
letters
John
come down, and
Malkovich's head to
exactly. I might be coming
Either
around to
that
this
or Jerry
episode.
Stahl. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. It's a permanent midnight.
It's a little known fact that queen bees sit around so much that they never learn to fly.
You haven't seen anything yet. Perpendicular. Subpoena.
Clearly written by an adult who didn't really care about what kids thought.
Perpendicular. Perpendicular. Perpendicular.
This did count for their educational checklist, though.
SUB. B-O-E-N-A. Sabina.
Wow.
Crouton, Rosie! Crouton!
C-R-O-U-T-O. Crouton. Sorry.
You guys ever do spelling bees?
It was nothing like this.
I won one in 8th grade, and then my days are
Wow.
over.
What was your word?
Peak time. Coalition was my winning word.
Nice.
It's an easy one, huh? So it's like a
It was
kind
it
of a
was-
slower school, like for slower
It-
children,
It was, yeah.
slower
Yep.
8th graders.
Same one you went to. Yeah. Yeah, we all went to the same middle school.
Coalition won the spelling bee. Wow.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Huh. Okay.
Were you riding on the
I
back
believe
of one of your friends at the time?
Yeah, it was exactly like this. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Let's see. I came in second place in 6th grade. Way too long. And then
That's a good bit.
And then the English teacher would be like, "Okay, all right, we got it. We
Okay,
got it.
Joe."
Good, sit down." Yeah. Yep.
Wiseacre.
What about you two, George?
No, never.
No, I don't think so.
Really? You like opted out?
I-
Seems like you
I don't
guys
remember. I don't remember my school even having one.
Yeah,
mean,
I
we
don't
must
either.
have, but yeah.
Huh.
That's my excuse, too.
Huh. Okay. You went to one of those schools.
Well, maybe we can even things out a little.
Escape is but an illusion.
It's a noisy, busy episode of this cartoon. So when you were saying it was a little slow, I think that made up for it. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
it's a cacophony.
But I kind of like that they went
C-A-U-C-O.
all dream sequence. I thought that's interesting. That
It's
they were like,
weird.
yeah, exactly. Instead of like actually showing the real life one, they focus on the dream sequence one, which is more interesting. And I'm tipping my hat to little Rosie. I
Okay.
can't
Unless-
on this one.
Unless we have an entire real spelling bee sequence to
I
get through
know.
after watching all
I'm
this.
bracing myself. Yeah.
Roll it, George. Let's get through this.
S-T-R-O-P-T-L-E. No. S-T-R-A. Silent P. Ah! I can't spell it.
Coalition?
Correction. You're about to lose. To
No,
win,
it's
you must
easy.
now spell the word that your opponent could not.
Little Nicky.
Oh, we gotta watch Little Nicky one of these days.
Adam Sandler movie?
Applause.
Ready to hand over your crown, Weenie?
It'll be a cold day on the equator. Prepare for the ultimate defeat.
That was almost the
Yeah,
Super Mario thing. Yeah.
Yeah, the second level.
Foiled again.
Bam, bam, bam.
It was the same instrument too.
The Koopa phone?
Yeah. Yep.
Hip, hip. I'm just too tired.
I guess the final word of this spelling bee is victorious. Victorious. V-I-C-T-O-R-I-O-U-S. Victorious. These are for you, Jeff. Jeffrey. Although I am a good loser, I'm a better WINNER
Yeah.
winner.
That is a middle-aged woman, a middle-aged woman child.
All right, so that was a nightmare, but I'm going to try to make up for it with a game about things when they were smaller. So I'll say a show, a character, or a franchise, and you guys just yell out the prequel show, character, or franchise that features them younger.
Okay.
I call this
I
game
understand.
Infantilization for fun and profit. I mean, there was Einstein, but what was before that? There was Baby Einstein.
Oh, all right.
See?
Okay.
So you
All right.
tell us the adult version, and then we tell you. Do we just?
I'll
blurt
show
it
you
out? We
something,
just
and
blurt
you
it
tell
out?
me the younger version. Okay? Yeah, just
Okay.
yell it out.
Okay.
The Muppet Show.
Muppet
Muppet
Babies.
Babies.
See, I knew that one was gonna. I think I got that one. So. Yep.
Superman.
Baby
Ba-
Superboy.
Babies.
Teen Titans.
It was
Superboy.
Superboy.
Yes.
Okay. Looney Tunes.
Tiny Toons.
Tiny Toons. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Young
Indiana
Indiana
Jones
Jones Chronicles.
Junior.
That's
Oh.
that's good. They're gonna get progressively harder. Scooby Doo.
Scooby-Doo kids.
Scrappy Doo. Baby Doo.
So there was a cartoon called A Pup Named Scooby Doo. I think it was around
Oh,
88
yes, A
or
Pup
90,
Named
somewhere in there. It was great. It was actually really good. Sherlock
Animation
Holmes.
looked cool.
It was good.
Young Sherlock Holmes.
That's
Young
right.
Sherlock Holmes.
That was a movie. Okay. Dexter.
What?
Dexter
Dexter's Junior?
Laboratory.
That's right. Dexter's Laboratory.
Yeah.
Is
Real
that what that
Housewives?
is?
No.
Oh.
Dexter's Lab was before Dexter.
Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Desperate Housewives. Desperate
the Little
Housewives.
Housewives.
No, Beverly Hills Teens.
Oh, of course.
Nice. Yeah.
But they went in the past for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Caesar.
Little Caesars.
That's right. Richard Nixon.
Young Nixon, Little Nixon.
No, it was Little Richard.
Little
Of
Richard.
course. Of
Um,
course.
Powerpuff Girls.
Already little.
Yeah. How could would it be like embryonic? Like
That's right. Powerpuff Fetuses.
Oh yes, I got it. Yes.
And finally, Saturday morning cartoons.
Saturday morning babies.
Close. It was the Shaddy Geeks.
Oh,
wait a second. Let me look at this.
Let's
Let me look at this.
Let's
let's
examine here.
Yeah.
What led to us watching the Little Rosie cartoon on a Saturday morning in our 40s?
You have a hat on, Joe? They let you wear a hat? For your
Well,
school
I
trip?
fought for that hat. I
bet
fought
you
for it.
did.
They said no hats, and I said I'm an adult. I wasn't, but I
I
was
mean,
just
you
like,
had a big Adam's apple, so you
I
really
mean,
showed them.
my Adam's apple should have a hat.
A little hat.
That's the little me. So, but then like I did it, and then I remember a friend of mine seeing my picture, and he's like, "That's hilarious! You put a sailor's hat on your head for your." He thought it was a sailor's hat. Like, look at it right now, like thinking of it as a sailor's hat.
Oh,
'cause
I
it-
see.
Yeah.
Like a
Yeah.
Because it's
That's
just
the
blending in with your
It was a
Like a
Yankees
Jacques
hat,
Cousteau
but I
kind
put
of
it up high, and it looks like I'm wearing like a sailor's hat of some sort.
Wow.
So, and
Hey,
I
let's just talk about your shirt here, though. I think we're burying the lead on these
I
pictures.
mean, yeah, I was a bit of a freak on a leash. You know?
Oh, it's a corn shirt. You're wearing a corn shirt.
8th grade. Yep.
Oh,
Hell
you're
yeah.
on. Yeah, you're on mushrooms in that.
I sure was. Look at her natural smile, right?
Same with me. George and I have the exact same mouth in our photos.
That's funny. I'm glad we weren't at the same school because we were obviously fighting for the pudgy kid trying to fit in role. I mean, I
Yeah.
also had a pair of suspenders.
George and I were the same person, essentially.
You were like, look,
Yeah.
you had the vertical stripes too. The
Yes, we
vertical
were both
striped
trying
shirt.
desperately
Yep.
to see
But
him.
do
I
you-
thought I was Don
Nick, do you have a
Johnson. I really
tie
did. Yeah, this was my Don Johnson attempt at a Don Johnson look with the pastel pink tie and suspenders. Yeah,
I don't think
just
there's any
like Miami
difference.
Vice.
I
Yeah,
don't think there's any difference. I'm trying to.
Uncanny.
I'm looking at it and I don't see any difference. I seriously don't.
I would watch this.
I would watch it as well. We got to have our artist in New Zealand make a Shatty Geeks comic book.
Well,
yes.
I don't know what you guys thought of that. I was not wowed, but I definitely didn't learn anything despite all of those words. Did anybody else learn anything?
I learned a little something when watching a cartoon called Little Rosie. It can't help but make you wonder what little cartoon versions of yourself would be like. Would little Caitlin have an even littler Rambo, curating pint-sized cartoon exhibits on her fridge? Would little Georgie boy be looking up VIN numbers on kid celebrities' Power Wheels? And would little Joe Pickett be drinking vodka out of a sippy cup? And would little Nicky be eating an even smaller version of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, only visible with an electron microscope? Regardless of what the little versions of us started out like, I think, like little Rosie, we'll all eventually come to believe the same thing. That Hillary Clinton is running a child trafficking ring out of a basement pizza parlor in Washington, D.C. And that's why I occasionally say, the more you battle is twice the knowing.
Wow.
Damn.
That was truer than true, unless it was made up.
I got to say, it was so little.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So little.
I appreciate that.
You made a lot out of very little.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Controversy. I'm hoping this will finally cement it in your brain.
Yeah. I still stand by being a much bigger Rosie O'Donnell fan. I mean, only a Rosie O'Donnell fan. She's the queen of the Rosieverse, according to me.
She had a cartoon, right? Can we watch that one next week?
That was the confusion. It was the intro to her show. Was it? Yeah. So anyway.
Yep. Common mistake, but
well, we should watch that one next week then.
Okay.
All right. We'll just watch the intro 5 times. All right. Well.
Oh, I also wanted to mention a really cool event that we have coming up today at the Cartoon Library. So if you're watching this on Saturday, March 25th, you can come to the Billy Ireland at 3 p.m. for an event with cartoonist Chris Ware, who's best known for Jimmy Corrigan, The Smartest Kid on Earth, and the Acme Novelty Library. And he'll be in conversation with a cognitive scientist, Dr. Neil Cohen, about comics and the brain, moderated by yours truly. And if you're not in the Ohio area, but you still want to watch, there is going to be a live stream. So you can go to our website, cartoons.osu.edu, to learn more and to join us.
Okay. I guess we'll be back next week with more cartoons.
I guess.
I don't know. It depends. Am I editing that episode?
I think we're going to be watching the Monchi-Chis with my sister, and that's a cartoon we actually grew up watching. So the little monkey cartoons originating in Japan. That's going to be a fun one.
I don't think it was worth I don't think it was worth that. But it was fun because I get to ask Nick's sister a lot of questions, a lot of my burning questions about Nick. So stay tuned for that.
Get ready for discomfort. and until then, happy Saturday, everybody.
Happy Saturday. And a 3, and a 2, and a 1. Well, hello.
Saturday.
Fuck it. Take 2.